Hi everybody, welcome to Optimistic Medicine. Today I've got another pick a card for you. The reading today is your angel guidance on healing your self-worth. So we've got 3 groups to choose from today, but we're going to pick a Pokemon. So I'm going to shuffle for a card for group 1. Group 1's Pokemon for healing their self-worth. You guys have Wartortle. The Wartortle. Group 1 with the Wartortle. Group 2, healing self-worth for group 2. Scyther. Yeah, that is a hollow card. Woo. See if you can see that. Can you see that? Woo. And group number 3. Healing their self-worth. Group number 3. Magmar. Go ahead and pick the group you're looking for. I will see you in your reading. Okay, group 1. I'm going to start by shuffling some cards for you. I'm going to start by showing you these cards, lay them out, and then I'm going to shuffle a few more decks and get some more cards out here. Yep. So, we have Wartortle. The Ace of Cups. The Violet with Tranquility, number 43. Okay. Number 16 and Freedom with this drawing. Number 14, Depths. Number 15, Perspective. Okay, we got a lot of these, so I might just put them on top of each other. This one fell on the ground. Pocahontas, just around the river bend. Wicked, for good. And now whatever way our stories end, know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Cinderella, there is music in you. You got a blank card? Just remember that. Encanto, what else can I do? I just made something unexpected, something sharp, something new. It's not symmetrical or perfect, but it's beautiful and it's mine. What else can I do? Under the Sea, The Little Mermaid. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? We got no troubles. Life is the bubbles under the sea. Since life is sweet here, we got the beat here naturally. Oh, all right. I think I probably need to cover that up, don't I? Yeah. It's not technically a body, but you know, it is a, it's that shape on purpose, if you saw it. I love that I didn't intentionally put this card, and I didn't intentionally put this card, what else can I do, right next to this card of, I just made something unexpected. It's not sharp. I don't know about sharp for this, but it's definitely new. It's not symmetrical or perfect, but it's beautiful and it's mine. And what else can I do? I can also do this. I drew those. You get my point? I think you're very intelligent. You can't see these cards. There's a lot to you, especially words. I feel like you like words and work with words, use a lot of words, know a lot of words. It's very impressive. And you probably want to do a lot. You're probably capable of doing a lot. What else can you do? I'm sure this feels like someone that's like doing a lot. Capable of doing a lot. War Turtle here is stage 2, evolved from Squirtle, has 70 HP, and a bite attack that causes 40 damage. That's pretty good. Withdraw, flip a coin of heads, prevent all damage done to War Turtle during your opponent's next turn. Of course, you got this shell for protection, but you're also a baddie that's ready to fight, right? Often hides in water to stalk unwary prey. Ooh, you sneaky. You like Scorpio energy. Pisces, but definitely strong Scorpio. This is Mars with War Turtle, okay? Mars is the planet of war, right? One of the many things that Mars is about. It's that masculine energy. And I put it on top of, it's blocking out this defense card that has this very masculine amulet. It's a amulet, but it's shaped quite phallic on purpose, because it's representing this masculine energy for protection. Weak against electricity. Retreat crossed is any one energy. When swimming quickly, it moves its ears to maintain balance. Oh yeah, this is such Scorpio energy. And with Rage as this projection card, like, yeah, you be getting mad, I'm sure. You noticed a lot. You notice so many things, and you're so intelligent, and you have very strong emotions. with this water energy here too. Water coming up multiple times. You got the Ace of Cups. You've got this little guy. But you're so sweet on the inside. Like, you used to be this little Squirtle. And Squirtle is also, like, a baddie. Like, Wartortle. Like, they don't mess around. They mess around. They love to mess around. And they're aggressive about it. They're intense. Let me just take up this space here. Yeah. Because this rabbit is important, and this ibis is important too. You're very intelligent, and you can do a lot. Very fertile, very creative. Yes, very, and yeah, with Scorpio rules the genitalia, the sacral area for the most part. Correct me if I'm wrong. But your advice here is to submit. Submit and protect your peace. Rhythm is the issue with your self-worth. Rhythm. Being impatient, I'm getting. Just around the river bend. Like you're, always looking ahead with just around the river bend. You're always looking like, but what's around the river bend? And it's like, but yo, hello, such wonderful things surround you. Look around you. You're gonna miss it because things are constantly changing. Before you know it, beautiful things are going to be approaching you, but it's going to change everything, and there's going to be some parts of the way things are now that you're going to miss when better things come in. So make sure you're getting into Again, you're very private too. I was about to say getting intimate with the present moment. Getting to really experience, pull the good from the bad, if that's the case. If the good is hard to find, but it's likely you are surrounded by wonderful things. And you're being asked to have some tranquility and let your cup be filled by just being still and noticing, taking stock of all of the beauty that you have already accumulated for yourself. Pisces here. Yeah, you've completed something. 7 and Pisces. Air energy also with the very intelligent. What more is you looking for? This is about perspective, my love. Healing your self-worth is about perspective. Having the right perspective. So we're going to read rhythm from the book here. This is the core issue regarding healing your self-worth. Rhythm. There's a quote here. The eyes are the source of rhythm. Key symbols. The lute was commonly used during rituals throughout the ancient Mediterranean and symbolizes higher states of consciousness. The hare represents death and resurrection. The ibis represents knowledge and wisdom. All of these represent the rhythm of life. If you're interested in the gods associated religio-mythological associations, we have Markad / Baal Markad. Markad was the Phoenician Canaanite god of healing and dance. The Romans also worshipped him and sometimes identified him with Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter we have here. Sometimes identified him with Jupiter. Healing and dance. Pisces. Dance is going to be very healing for you, I'm getting. Especially, moving those hips. Apollo was the Greco-Roman god of music, prophecy, light, and healing. Rhythm is often associated with music, but the concept may be just as aptly applied to one's spiritual state. Great emphasis is placed on completing something one has started, but few realize the key to reaching one's goal without stress and strain. The harder we try to force an issue, the more resistance appears to be inevitably frustrate and exhaust us. Sure, the goal may eventually be reached, but the toll it takes on the mind, body, and/or spirit to get there may take a long time, if ever, to fully recover from. This effort is not only unnecessary, it is foolish, especially if we consider natural rhythm to be the ability to sustain the right momentum despite the sudden changes and pauses in the environment. The natural world provides wonderful examples of how different forms of life continue to thrive because of their ability to find a way to reach their destination despite the appearance of an altered course. Their adaptability, as my mouth wanted to say. This does not mean that the altered course always has to be challenging. In fact, there are just as many times that we allow our rhythm to be broken in the pursuit of something we know is right for us for a happy reason. It's especially important at these times to reflect on the wisdom of changing the beat in mid-step by questioning our motive for doing so. There are times in life when we learn new information and intuit that our rhythmic pattern must be changed for the greater good. You will know if the feeling is genuine, coming from your higher self, if you would feel absolutely no regret if the new thing or relationship did not work out, and you would not even think of returning to the old thing or relationship. It is so easy to get excited over something new that makes us feel good that we may abandon our destiny in exchange for a temporary rush and regret it later. The same is true when we lose our rhythm because we feel it would be too difficult to continue due to either stagnation or sudden obstacles to progress. This is not the time to quit without first examining how you will feel about yourself if you throw in the towel and abandon your vision. To succeed, it is imperative to precisely identify your objectives and how far you're willing to make it happen. That's the easy part. The more challenging part is identifying what you will rely on to maintain your rhythm, no matter what, as you pursue your goal. There may be many interruptions, both good and bad, but on your journey, many interruptions, good or bad, on your journey, so make sure that whatever you choose as your main source of assistance in maintaining focus on the bottom line fits the following criteria. It's always available, always accessible, cannot be lost or damaged by any means, encourages faith and constant centering on remembering your purpose. So this is like a motto, affirmation, your why that can't be broken. And I highly recommend this book for self-discovery and self-work, because it has a really cool like self-analysis project, applying the Oracle's wisdom in your life. And it has you go through like the core issue assessment, where it goes through the 11 core issues, which are 11 core issues in the cards here, and answer whether these beliefs are something you think is true or false. And then it says whether it's a disempowering thought or an empowering thought. There might be a typo in it on the answers, though. I'm not sure, because it doesn't have a. It says to like refer to the core issue readings to understand why it's a disempowering thought or an empowering thought. And there's one that I think might be a typo with on the answer key. But I'm going to just put that out there, let you decide for yourself if you're interested in checking out this oracle for yourself. I highly recommend. And I think you're the only group that I'm going to give that recommendation to today. It just feels relevant for you. Like, you are the group that would want to dive deep into something like that. You are about the depths and about seeking freedom through yourself, and there is freedom here through your perspective. And sometimes, we need to go deep within ourselves to really understand the truth within. I also want to read the Ace of Cups here from the book for you. And then I think I'm going to close out this reading. We'll see. With the Ace of Cups, your affirmation is, through limitless self-love, I find purpose and fulfillment. Through limitless self-love, I find purpose and fulfillment. The Ace of Cups points to the endless, overflowing love that's available to you. Your potential for peace and spiritual satisfaction is boundless right now. Take this as a revelation and tap into it. Let your intuition and inner knowing guide you as you explore the depths of your emotional potential, bringing what's inside you, wells of divine joy and insight, out into all aspects of your life. That's big. Your potential for peace and spiritual satisfaction is boundless right now. Take this as a revelation, tap into it. Let your intuition and inner knowing guide you as you explore the depths of your emotional potential, bringing what's inside you, wells of divine joy and insight, out into all aspects of your life. Self-care here. Look in the mirror twice a day for at least a week. Say to yourself out loud, smiling, "Love is my birthright, and the universe's gift to me. Love is my birthright, and the universe's gift to me. I am the embodiment of that love. I manifest more love inside and out." At the end of the week, take a selfie, letting your love for yourself and others shine through. Save it and look at it anytime you need reminding. That's fun. With the selfie part, because yeah, that's fun to see, like, see how it looks over multiple weeks if you take a picture. Either every day after you say this. That's a lot of selfies. But you could do that too. Just see, like, the progression and then do, like, a time lapse. Or just do, yeah. Oh, that would be cool though. But yeah, or do it once a week and do a time lapse that way. But yeah, cool. So, honestly, I feel like you guys have pretty good self-worth. Okay. There are friends. You have close friends. So, there is music in you. Lean on your friends for support with your self-worth. Be honest with them about your self-worth. If you're able to identify that it's something you struggle with. And it's raining even harder now. Let it out, baby. You got people that love you that you can talk to. Even if it's spirit and just spirit. I feel like you got strong supports here. Powerful. If you got people with you, that's such a blessing. And they're going to change and you're going to change. And it's not going to be like it is right now. For more than right now. So savor it. And let them love you. And to defend your peace. With the rhythm, what were the questions that it had us ask? I didn't read that part for you. I had key questions to ask. It feels relevant now. Are you full of enthusiasm to begin something new but have not considered the hard work required to do it well? I don't know about that one for you. Is the sudden feeling of ecstasy or hopelessness going to last long enough to really justify the decision to change rhythm of your life? Is the sudden feeling of ecstasy or hopelessness going to last long enough to really justify the decision to change the rhythm of your life? Are you spiritually fortified to face any challenges that may appear? This mirror work is to help spiritually fortify yourself. Are you overly relying on artificial or external means to maintain your rhythm? Getting honest with yourself. Getting into the depths of yourself. Are you continuing to dance even though the beat of your life is becoming monotonous? Is it time to change things up? Do something new. But be aware of the hard work that's going to be involved. In what ways? So, like, take it one step at a time, but submit to the process. In what ways may you be seeking to control the natural rhythm of life at this time? And raging against it. We've got to submit to the natural rhythms. If we're, especially at the time I'm recording this, is Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is basically always a lesson in slow down and reflect before you move. Look around you and look within yourself, depending on the context of the situation, So you're not tripping, you're not stumbling, you're not spilling, you're not breaking. You're not miscommunicating. Because that's all the stuff that happens like at a higher degree during Mercury retrograde times. And that's 3 weeks, and then there's a shadow period, I think of like 2 or 3 weeks before and after. That's just like a lower energy of that the further away it gets. But yeah, for these next 3 weeks. You can look that up though on the dates and when it happens, because it happens multiple times a year. Okay. Anything else for group 3? Group 3. This is group 1. All right. Well, anything else for group 1? We said it all. Yeah. Well, group 3 may have messages for you, so potentially check that out if you felt called to that. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here in this reading. I want to thank all of the souls that helped make this reading possible. And thank you so much. I hope you have just the most fun doing your thing out there. See you next time. Hi, group 2. Thank you for being here for your reading on your angel guidance, on healing your self-worth. And we have Scyther here. This is a very powerful, powerful little dude, right? Confirmation. Slash is your attack with 30 damage. During your next turn, Scyther's slash attacks base damage is 60 instead of 30. On your second move, sword stance. How sweet is that? Very powerful. Weakness is fire, but you have a resistance of 30. So if you get hit, you got this strong outer shell going on here. Freaking sweet. This is a rare card. You're rare, man. With ninja-like ability, agility, and speed, it can create the illusion that there's more than one of it. Ooh. How cool is that? Very powerful you are. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Focus with Sagittarius, number 35, and Stalk Flower. Fascinating. The hand with the eye on it. Gemini rules the hands, baby. So we've got the twins here to cover up the Lovers. Okay, I've got some more cards I'm gonna just shuffle here, so bear with me. I'm getting one of each color here, and I pick the one off of the top when the next color in the order is on top when I shuffle this way. That's just how I typically do it. I don't always do it that way, but today I might cut out all the shuffling parts though and just lay out the cards for the actual edited version. Oh, that's you. We'll see. Okay. You have Rhythm That's what group 1 got. Contentment is the projection. Pretending you're happy when you may not be. Your advice, detachment, and purity. Be pure of heart, be pure, have pure intentions, check your intentions, and detach from previous beliefs or any attachments. Like, be free. Let yourself be free. Are you stuck in a rhythm? Be free. There may be more messages for you in group 1. Contentment. Yeah. Okay. Got more cards to shuffle here. So, let yourself break out of the monotony. I won't say I'm in love. How are we not being honest with ourselves? What else can you do? Be open. This card came out in group number 1 also. I'm gonna just extra shuffle these so that if any cards from group 1 come out in this deck, from this deck also, it's, can't say it's not because I didn't shuffle harder. So I'm gonna really shuffle these ones. That's a nice shuffle. There's something you want, but there's part of you that won't let yourself have it. Like, you're guarded even against yourself in some ways. Sagittarius here. Sagittarius is on another level and is a big lover. Jupiter energy was also present in the last reading. So this might also just be like the vibe right now, or my collective, but like, this is abundance. There's abundance available to you, but you're keeping yourself stuck in places and pretending you're happy even though you're really not. But you have to detach from the beliefs that are making you, blocking you from the new things that you could do. 41 with chaos. Do you fear chaos? Do you fear change? 41. Taking note of stand out and luxury. This is what you want, I'm feeling, but you're like not accustomed to it, so you like won't let yourself have it. I think you're also different from group 1 because group 1 was way longer, and this is like a condensed version of it in some ways. Like, you're like, keep it straight and to the point. And I think that's what it is for you. That's pretty straight and to the point. But follow your heart. Follow your love. Be pure of heart. Meditate on your heart and what you really want. Focus on this. Put your hand on your heart. Let's do it together. Okay? Right now. We're going to put our hands on our heart. If you have a piece of rose quartz. Focus on this rose quartz. I've got my hand on my heart. You put your hand on your heart. And we're going to focus on this rose quartz. Inhale and exhale. And ask our hearts to tell us what it wants and ask God to help us be open to hearing, or ask that you just say that I am open to hearing what my heart tells me that it wants. I am open to hearing that which my heart tells me it wants. I am open to hearing that which my heart tells me it wants. I am open to hearing that which my heart tells me it wants. And take that meditation with you. This is your path to take. Chaos here, and Scyther is like in chaos. You've got to follow your heart out of the chaos. If you know what you love and can focus on what you love, then that's going to pull you out of the chaos if you follow that. Following what your heart desires is going to take you out of the chaos you feel like you're in. You have to detach from the chaos, though, too. You have to stop taking responsibility for the chaos. At least, like, only take responsibility for your own chaos. Start there. You owe that to yourself. To only take responsibility for your own chaos. Unless you're getting paid a job where, like, that's part of your job is to, like, try to maintain, try to deal with some kind of chaos and create order in the chaos. And that's, if you're getting paid for that, you know, that's your choice. But if it's not what you want to be doing, that's a perfect example of following what your heart desires out of that. And you will find your way out of it. Maybe not immediately, but once you know what it is that you want, then you can start taking those steps. You deserve it, but you have to be honest with yourself about what it is you want. This luxury. I just made something unexpected, something sharp, something new. It's not symmetrical or perfect, but it's beautiful and it's mine. What else can I do? It's time, baby. That's what your angel's guidance on healing your self-worth is today. I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all the souls that helped make this reading happen and bring these messages to those that were meant for it. I hope you have just the most fun doing your thing out there, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye-bye. Welcome, Group 3. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get into your reading on your angel guidance on healing your self-worth. And you chose the Magmar card. Or you chose Group 3, and that has the Magmar card. So let's look at this Magmar card first. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. Wow. Okay. First off, I've been getting Scorpio energy in all 3 groups. And I'm also recording this during Scorpio season, so that could be part of it. And then also, it makes sense with Scorpio energy maybe being, it might be a toss-up between Scorpio and Pisces for having like the lowest self-esteem or like the really struggling hard with being able to accept themselves. But Scorpio energy in particular, because Scorpio energy is the stuff we don't like to talk about. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's taboo, it's intense, it's magnetic, it's, yeah, powerfully attractive. And as soon as this card came out, when I was shuffling, I was like, oh geez. Like, I really feel like you guys, this group really struggles with feeling good about the way you look. In particular, the self-image is really, I'm hearing damaged, but I don't want to say damaged, but that might be the word that resonates. I'm also getting like, you might always have like rage burning within you about something. Like, even when you're happy, it's like there's always rage going on in the background about something. Potentially, take it if it resonates and as it resonates. But he's got spiky toes, spiky fingers, spikes on his back. His forehead kind of looks like a butt, let's just say it, and be honest. He's got very round joints. Now, when we talk about these are ball and socket joints, but these are just straight up balls as his shoulder and hip joints. Just never seen something quite like it with like a duck bill going on. And it doesn't look like you can look up very high because of how broad this brow is, how protrusive the brow is. Like, it's hard to look up. Like, you're just angled to look down. And the background of this card, I don't know how well you can see it, and it's so dark. I might need to go into another room to look at this better. Oh, it's is this holographic, or is that just, I don't know what's causing that rainbow effect actually. Oh, that's my twinkle lights on the wall. That's what, it's like, whoa, that's trippy, man. What's going on? Okay, so the background of this card, it looks like magma and flames and rocks. Don't know what it's standing on. It looks like broken. This looks like this piece of rock is broken off from some more ground behind it, maybe. Real intense, real precarious situation. Doesn't look so sure of where it's at, honestly. Like, he's looking down at his feet, but it's also like, can only look up so high. Doesn't, like, you can't even put he can't put his neck back because he's got a spike in the back of his neck, and these protrudes, like, you cannot look up. Yeah, man, I don't know what Magmar's evolution is. Here's the evolution. Magmar, evolution, Magnetar. Bigger. Appears more confident. And can definitely move your head a bit more. But, like, loses his neck but gets a cool gun arm. That's pretty neat. Let's look at this other picture. Maybe two. This one's got claws on it. If anyone knows more about Magmortar, here it is in Pokemon Go. I don't know when it was created. I'm sorry guys, I'm not that deep on Pokemon. I really like the show. I liked it when I was a kid. Let's get back to your reading. Aside from how this Pokemon looks, it is actually very powerful. 50 HP, which is basic Pokemon, pretty standard. But your Fire Punch is 30 XP. And then you've got the Flamethrower with 50 XP, which is like your entire, like, you can do some serious knockouts on turns with this card. Your weakness is water. Your weakness is emotions. Yeah, if you get too emotional, someone throws water at you, that's when you can't hold that rage in anymore. And it's just all over the place. But you are so powerful. Let's see what your other cards are. I think this is mostly about how you see yourself more than how true it is. Also, because this is about, yeah, your self-worth. And we got the Three of Swords in reverse, which is, guys, you've been hurt. Emotions in reverse. But we got the emotion card. I wasn't going to take these in reverse, but I'm going to take note that it was in reverse for you, and I already talked about. Okay. I'm so grateful that you're here. We're going to really get into this. Yeah. I really want to get these messages to you. I'm sending you a big ol' hug. Shuffling some more cards here to really get into this reading for you. The core issue for you here is transformation, baby. See, I feel like this is how you see yourself. And then Magmortar is the evolution of Magmar, but that is, I feel like the transformation you're doing is like you're going to become a whole different Pokemon entirely. Like, you could even become a water Pokemon. That level of transformation. Like, no longer the same path. Avarice is your projection here. Questioning. Question these beliefs about yourself. And play. Or is your advice. Avarice is similar to greed. And like hoarding. Holding on to the past. I won't say I'm in love. This card comes out so much. This card came out in another pile tonight. From Hercules, that's a song. Keep shuffling this one. No, we're going to move on to the next deck. Last deck, and then we're going to get these messages for you. got this. Drawing of earthworms with everlasting on the back. It's about connecting with the ancients. As I say that, I see the fairy connecting with the fae, if that's what you're about, connecting with flowers. The spiral. Transformation, number 6, number 43. 2, 3 reduces to 5. 4, 3. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 43 is 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You, my dear, are learning how to see heaven. So your guides are saying to read the transformation card for you first off here, because this book just says things so good. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to read the commentary. The quote that goes with it, though, is transformation is our only fate. Some gods or religio-mythological associations you may want to look up is Ptah and Heka. Heka was the ancient Cometian god of magic. Ptah was the ancient Cometian god of craftsmen, rebirth, and creation. Okay. Today will never be exactly like yesterday, and tomorrow will never be exactly like today. This is a fact. The earth is spinning toward winter, even as you crank the air conditioner to full blast in the middle of July. We know this, and that is why we don't run down the beach flailing our arms and shouting, "Run, winter is coming." You know that change is inevitable if you live where there is such a season. So the saying, "people fear change," is erroneous. People don't fear change in general. They fear unpredictable changes they would classify as negative. Who has ever heard of a lottery winner or a woman in love recently proposed to by her boyfriend say, "Oh God, no," and clapped in a sobbing heap? No one, because change itself is not the issue and never has been. What we are really disturbed by are situations that force us to transform our perception of a reality we are somehow comfortable with. A change that is perceived to be positive by our minds almost always validates or supports who we already are or will sustain how things have been. As long as our identity remains intact, we're usually okay. But when we are not sure how we fit anymore, or something we feel we need in our lives is suddenly no longer there, it can feel like the whole world is coming to an end. People understand if you're down in the dumps about a breakup, a death in the family, or an unexpected loss of a job. But transformations are even harder to deal with when they are inexplicable or internal and are not considered that serious to others. The challenge has suddenly become 10 times worse because without external validation, we may feel embarrassed, betrayed, or even isolated. It's important to deal with the shock or pain of whatever has occurred or been realized in a secure environment, either alone or with someone else that you absolutely trust. It doesn't matter if the incident happened 30 minutes or 30 years ago. Sometimes you may get a message that requires a transformation today. Reflect, discuss, weep, cry, scream, or punch pillows if you want. The important thing is to give yourself that initial reaction time to express whatever you're feeling inside. If you've chosen not to go through this difficult time alone, it is extremely important that your support buddy not try to suppress your feelings or become unglued themselves, so you will not have to end up comforting them. And the more honest you are with yourself about how you're feeling, the easier it will be to identify what must be done to transform into a better version of yourself than into something worse. The unexpected circumstance you perceive to be negative cannot be permitted to permanently transform you into something you don't want to become. Keep in mind that you have a choice to be broken or refashioned by the circumstances of life. Oh my goodness. The key symbol on this card. The swan represents flexibility and gracefulness. To others, the swan seems to be in great danger with its neck bent back like that, but the swan knows it is completely safe despite all appearances to the contrary. That is the attitude we must take to be victorious, as symbolized by the olive and laurel leaves. And then avarice says, avarice is a warning that you might be as the card in this. Avarice is a warning that you might be seeking more than what is necessary to be satisfied. You're advised to realign with what is most important to you and make sure your beliefs, ways, and actions reflect that. This card may also be warning you against imposing your principles or standards on someone else. Respect the fact that their needs may be different from yours. I don't think the last part is as relevant to you, but take it if it resonates. But mostly because this is about your self-worth. And the core issue is that you're changing. And when we change, we don't always know exactly what we're going to change into, and that can be scary. But yeah, it's like you won't say you're in love with yourself. Like, it feels like you may not feel in love with yourself, and that's something where we gotta question that. Why are you not in love with yourself? And if it's because you don't look like this, or you're not like this, or you don't have this, question why do you need that? Why does that make you better? And when you answer that, question that. Is that true? Why is that true? Who is that true for? Is that something I really care about, or is that something other people care about? And a lot of the times, the things we think other people care about, they actually don't care about. So then who really cares? You may feel like emotions are gross. That make your skin crawl. Like you don't really like to feel emotions, potentially. But what do you do for play? Because when we're so focused on the past traumas, the way we were hurt before, and focused on what we don't like about ourselves, there's no room for us to have fun. And then, so you're not getting to experience good emotions, just like you're not letting yourself experience the really heavy emotions either. But you are, like, feeling the rage. And I think by exploring play, it will help you find love for yourself, finding ways to play that make you feel good about yourself, because there are ways that we can play that feel good for a moment and then make us feel bad later, and let's not start with that. Let's start really look for things that you feel good to engage in, and you feel good after it's over too. Like, yeah, I'm glad I did that thing, especially if it has some product that comes with it, but it doesn't need to. Like, play is really about the way you feel. It shouldn't really be about producing anything but good feelings. That is the priority when it comes to play. Have you forgotten, my sweet love, how to play? Is your mind just so heavy with the pain of the world and of your past and of maybe your present too? Because carrying that rage with us all the time can often make us tend to find ourselves interacting with very similar people, also very enraged people that probably don't help us feel like better, like may feed that rage more within us. And I don't think that's who you want to be. So some of you watching this may, with transformation as your core issue in healing your self-worth, it's like you're going through changes and accepting trusting in that process of transformation, that what you want to transform into has a big impact on what you transform into. I'm going to read the Three of Swords in reverse for you. There's an affirmation for this card that says, "My pain is a testament to my resilience." My pain is a testament to my resilience. Bandaging over emotional sore spots with hard logic and intellectualism may work to compartmentalize your hurt, but it certainly won't help to heal the wound. Over time, it might even get bigger. Acknowledge your pain and work through it, and you'll be able to you'll be free to truly step forward from a new perspective. It's time to acknowledge and own your story. The self-care for this card is set a goal for working on forgiving someone, even if it's just yourself. Work on simply processing. Notice where you're at right now and where you want to be. Stay present with your current feelings and forgive yourself for any undesirable ones. Know they're an essential part of the journey too. So I think that was an eloquent way and concise way to say what I've been saying. I'm gonna pull a Pokemon card, asking your angels, when group 3 goes through this work of owning their past and feeling through and processing their feelings, being honest with themselves about where they're at and where they want to be and how they can get there, and being honest with themselves about what they really want and discerning between what is really for them and what may be maladaptive behaviors from the past that they developed for survival in their past, but now like we're shedding those things. That's part of what you're letting go. Questioning what you need to take with you moving forward. Anyway, what is their potential transformation from Magmar if they do this emotional work? What can they become? Okay, a few cards came out. So this is kind of like a pick your, a lot of cards came out. So that's fun. So it's like a pick your, because yeah, a lot of different people are watching this. So you could become any of these Pokemon. It's a pick your path, pick your story. So you could become a Pikachu, our sweet, classic, loving Pikachu, the Voltorb. Wow, 2 electric Pokemon. We've got the Bellsprout. We have Execute. We have Drowsy. And we have Rhyhorn. Okay. And we have Starmie on the back of the deck, which is the evolution of Staryu. Okay. Okay, cool. So, the thing about this evolution for you, these are all basic Pokemon. So, and Magmar is a basic Pokemon. You're going to start over. It's a choose your journey, choose your path, choose your Pokemon. And you've got a lot of options here. It's cute. And I love that. Okay, I was about to say there's no water. But the bottom of the deck is the water one. Starmie. And with this being on the bottom of the deck, this is like all of you will develop this Starmie energy through your transformation. This water master, this water Pokemon. Did I not say that you might become a water Pokemon instead of the fire Pokemon? Because your transformation is so great. So this is within you, and it's stage 2. Like, you transformed. You evolved. Your second stage from Magmar went to Star Me. You didn't even get to be Star You. Because you just jumped to that. But now you get to start your new path with electricity, with earth energy, with psychic energy, or with rock. More earth. We got rocks, or we got plants. Rocks, plants, electricity, but also like a message about through your evolution, you're going to gain a bit of these powers too. Let me know in the comment section which of these paths you want your transformation to take you into, and where and why where you want that to take you. But remember, the play part of all of this. Play is going to be a huge part of healing your self-worth here. And playing around with trying new things, like dabble with a bunch of things, try a bunch of different things to see what you really like before you commit to anything. Explore and play. Play with the fairies. They want to play with you. Learning how to love yourself. Anything else for group 3 here? Angels group 3. I just heard "You're a Star" from the movie Wish, in the song "You're a Star." So maybe I'll link that song here, because what are stars made of? Fire. Gas on fire. Burning balls of gas billions of miles away. Something like that, what Pumbaa said. Anyway, that's all I have for you, group 3. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this reading, and all the souls that helped make this reading possible. Thank you so much. I hope you have the most fun doing your thing out there, and I hope you come check out another reading. Have a good one. Bye.